Salut, comment ça va? Welcome back everybody to the CF Montreal career mode right here on FC25. We have taken the French-Canadian side from the MLS, we have put them into the French League, and at the moment we are top of the table after 18 games. 5 points clear of PSG there in second place, who we played in the last episode, and after getting our first result against them, you'd think I'd be absolutely delighted, but let's just say there were some shenanigans that led to a screw job, for lack of a better term. Very, very frustrating to concede a last-minute equaliser to PSG. But look, I'd rather draw with them whilst 5 points clear than lose 6-1 to them like we did last season. Or was it 5-1? Either way, they absolutely battered us. And then in the Champions League, we're not in a terrible position. 9th place with 1 game to go. That 1 game is going to be against Manchester City, who, as you can see there, are level on points with us. But if we beat them at the Olympic Stadium, then we will be going into the Champions League last 16. So in today's episode, we will be playing this game against City, and we'll also be playing PSG in the reverse fixture in the league. 2 massive games in the 2 top tournaments that we are playing in. Oh boys, I am nervous, but I am also ready for the challenge. But before we get into those games, we do have a bit of a tricky away fixture here up against Nice. So without further ado, allow me to show you the highlights of that game, where hopefully we pick up 3 points to kick off the episode. And yes, we do start off this episode with 3 points. Lads, this is my 3rd attempt at trying to record this. I'm going to completely peel back the curtain. I am tripping over my words like a motherfucker today. This is also going up 2 days after the Europa League final, so if I've gone missing for a bit, it's because United have lost. If I'm non-stop posting on social media, well then, you know that we've won. But anyways, we do win this game here in the Montreal career mode against Nice. Thibaut Summers getting the opening goal of the game here. Made a couple of changes coming into this game, because we are playing Manchester City up next, so wanted to have as close to a full-strength team as possible. And then in the second half, Alvin Sanchez getting a rare goal for him as well. But you know what? Sanchez is kind of like a Ji-Sung Park. If he scores, it's either going to be in a very big game or it's going to be a really good goal. And that was a really good finish. 2-0 here, up against Nice. No, I'm not going to finish that sentence. Not going to finish that sentence. I've made too many bad jokes in the series. I have to draw the line somewhere. But we do get a 2-0 win over Nice and kick off this episode with 3 points. And at last, after what feels like an eternity, Maurice Richard is now ready to change his position from a right midfielder to an attacking midfielder. He's currently 85 rated. Will he go up when we press triangle here? No, he won't, but still, at least now he won't get that stupid exclamation mark anymore. I'll put him down as a... What will I do here? Let's go half winger, because obviously his second position is right midfield, so I think it makes sense. But finally, his position has changed, and hopefully he can keep putting in the great performances he's been putting in lately. I said I'd have a quick look at Man City's team before we get into this Champions League game against them. Valverde now plays for them, but thankfully he is suspended for this game. Botman is on the bench from there, Vicario as well, so they've been taking from some other Premier League teams. Restes in goal, the French goalkeeper. Militao there at centre-back. Midfield is looking pretty similar to what it does in real life, and the front 3 all play for City in real life as well. So not the strongest Man City team I've ever seen in my life in career mode, but definitely not the weakest either. 1 win away from qualifying for the last 16 of the Champions League, but a loss would mean we do have to go through the playoffs. So it's all to play for here. Let's get into it at the Olympic Stadium and take down the Citizens. Well, I tell you what, lads, it's a snowy day here in Montreal, Quebec, Canada. Canada is known for its snow, so hopefully the weather will play into our favour here in this game as we take on Manchester City. They've gone with Vicario in goal over Restes. I was just thinking to myself there, imagine having that option to choose from, those pair to choose from in between the sticks, Vicario and Restes. That is not too shabby. So they've been very busy in the transfer market, Man City, and of course they also have Erling Haaland up front, which always makes me very, very nervous. He is a nightmare to come up against in this game. Him and Mbappe are just the 2 worst players to come up against in this game. And you know what? I'll add Rodrigo to that list as well, who we will be coming up against after this in the league. But listen, that's then This is now, it's Montreal versus Manchester City. A fixture that technically now can happen in this new Club World Cup format. It won't be happening this summer, but technically, down the line, you never know. But in this universe, it's happening in the Champions League. Let's see if we can get this victory, advance on through to the last 16. A playoff, listen, it's not the worst case scenario, but I think we deserve to be in the last 16. But listen, in football, you only get what you deserve. As Laporte gives away possession there, and here is Haaland. The Aldi Brock Lesnar. Feel like I haven't come up against him for a while. So hopefully he'll be quiet in this one. Up against Kevin Owens here. That's a really good ball to Savinho. Oh, bloody hell. I've jinxed it. I've bloody jinxed it. I wouldn't necessarily say I spoke shit about him, but I did call him a name, which I suppose is talking shit about him. And I need to learn my lesson. Every time I do this on the channel, the player who I mock ends up coming back to bite me. What the hell is going on? Honest to God. I should have seen it. I should have seen it coming. Haaland puts City 1-0 up. How many goals has he got in the Champions League this season? 4 and 8. Well, at least it's not his bloody first goal of the season. But he's had a relatively quiet league phase. But he's not quiet here today. He puts City 1-0 up. That's why I really wanted to win that Villarreal game. If this could have been a dead rubber game, it would have been brilliant. But it wasn't to be. Antunes looking to play in Laporte there. But the ball ends up in the arms of Vicario. I remember, I think it was FIFA 22, maybe 23. Actually, no, I'm pretty sure it was FIFA 22. The snow in that game. Honestly, my eyesight is terrible anyway. But bloody hell, talk about blinding. It was just a sheet of white. Couldn't see anything else on the screen other than this big sheet of white. I absolutely hated it. So I'm glad to see they've fixed it somewhat. I mean, it wasn't real. Like, not that I always go for realism in these career modes. Listen, I've just put a Canadian team into the French league, but like in real life, if there was just a sheet of white on the pitch, the game would get called off. They should have known before they included that in the game. But anyways, that's EA for you. But here's Chatelain. 20 minutes in now. Oh, we keep losing the ball. Oh, we got a free kick. Never mind. Never mind. Sanchez now. Over to Siddiqui. GSP. Come on, let's try and get this equaliser. Esteban Laporte. Go on, lad. Good save by the keeper. I thought it was going to fall back to him. But City end up dealing with it. Great chance there to level things up. But now City are on the break here. Good tackle there by Yusuf. GSP. He's got Laporte in support. Uses him. Come on, lad. He's just missed one big opportunity and he's missed a bloody another one. Oh my God. Our finishing has been very hit and miss lately, I tell you that. And I love Esteban Laporte. Listen, he is en route to break the all-time top goal-scoring record in the French league. He's on 22 goals at the moment. I think 44, they said, was the record. So if he can basically score in every game, and you know Laporte, when he gets one, he normally gets a few. You never know, he could be on track to break that record. But as much as I love him, I have found this season, and a little bit last season as well, he does miss quite a few chances. But he does finish quite a few as well, to be fair. So it kind of balances itself out. But here he is again now on the ball. He goes back to Sanchez. Maurice Richard, who's now finally a cam, has his shot blocked. And we don't test the goalkeeper. Very, very frustrating at the moment. Lenny Yoro, the former Manchester United player, getting stuck in there. He's done really well. He's won a free kick. That's surely going to be a card. Bernardo Silva wearing the captain's armband. What's the colour going to be of the card? It's a red! It's a straight red card for Bernardo Silva. He did get stuck in. I'd have to see it again. I'm not sure if that's a little bit harsh or not. Let's have a look here. Oh, bloody hell. That's assault. He's gone in two-footed. No attempt to win the ball. City making a tactical change here. Savinho comes off for Marmouche. And Bernardo Silva will be suspended for Manchester City's first knockout game. Whether that'll be a last 16 tie or a playoff remains to be seen. But he will not be available for that first leg. Bloody hell. What a terrible tackle that was. Here's Erling Haaland though. And now Phil Foden. Yusuf gets stuck in, but they get a corner. Oh, lads, I've just got this bad feeling. Despite the fact they're gone down to 10 men, I just feel like we're going to have to be going through the playoffs. Which I would have taken, to be fair, when we were going into the Champions League. I think I said top 15 was my main goal. So we've already exceeded that. But to get as close to last 16 as we have, if we end up missing out, it's going to be very disappointing. But look, it's not over yet. Here's Maurice Richard. Lepal is in again. He's onside. Can he finish it? Yes, he can! Esteban Lepal gets the equaliser here. The 10 men have finally conceded. It was a great ball by Maurice Richard and a beautiful finish from Esteban Lepal. Le Goals has hit the target yet again. And hopefully now we can kick on from here and get these 3 points. Tell you what, the defender very nearly got that. I can't even see who that is. Who the hell is that? Oh, it's Rudiger. Bloody hell, I didn't even realise they had him. But he wasn't quick enough to get Lepal. He knocks the bottle behind the goal as he puts the ball into the back of the net. And it's Montreal 1, Manchester City 1. I should have checked actually how many Champions League goals he had there, Lepal. I think it's 7 now, if memory is serving me correctly. But regardless of that, it's 1-1 here. Get stuck in there, Kevin Owens. Grand job. Well done, lad. And that is half-time. 1-1 here, but they are down to 10 men, so they are vulnerable. But listen, Manchester City could be down to 8 men, and I wouldn't rule them out. Second half, we badly need to get this winner if we want to avoid that playoff and defeat Manchester City. Sorry if I sounded distracted there towards the end. There was somebody knocking on my door. I do apologise. But anyways, we are knocking on the door of Champions League qualification. Second 45 here against the 10 men of Man City. Let's get the job done. But here's Erling Haaland. Is that a quiet enough game so far? But he only needs one chance, and it looks like he's going to get it here. But Sami Zayn makes a brilliant save. They still have it though. Good save there from Camavinga. Sami Zayn called upon today for the first time. And he's done really well to keep that out. Well, when I say called upon for the first time, I mean he's made his first couple of saves, and he's made another one here. Again from Erling Haaland, making up for that quiet first half now. But this is actually going to be a good result for Man City if it stays like this. But it ain't for us. We need a win. So we need to get this ball on the other end of the pitch. Here's Chatelain. Really good run there from the young Frenchman, who I've been very happy with this season. I'll be even happier with him here if he can start this attack and have it lead to a goal, which Esteban Lepal very nearly did. Oh, it hits the post, rolls into the arms of Vicario. Inches away from taking the lead there, but the woodwork kept it out. And now City look to go on the attack. Haaland again here. Camavinga, oh, Foden's onside. Can Kevin Owens catch up with him? Yes, he can. Well done, KO. Oh, he avoids the corner, but he avoids it by giving it right back to them. Haaland, what a save again by Sami Zayn. The honorary Oos absolutely killing it at the moment. Pep there giving instructions to Savinho, who he's already taken off. Weird move from a weird man, to be fair. Haaland wins that header, bloody hell. Got a lot more power behind that than I was expecting. But we look to counter now with George St. Pierre. That could be, I tell you what, that could have been another red there. It's a yellow card for Rudiger. Nearly called him Tomori there for some reason, but anyways. Another defender there, or another player I should say, for Man City on a yellow card. Here's Maurice Richard though, gets the best of Rudiger, and Maurice Richard can't bloody finish. What the fuck, Richard? There's a throwback. I'm trying to swear less on these things as well, by the way, guys, but sometimes it will slip out. I do apologise. 25 minutes to go. It's 1-1 here. As I said, this is a good result for City, but for us, it's not ideal. We can't make it to the last 16 with a draw. We need a win. Oh, and here's Haaland. Up against Kevin Owens, gets the better of him. Not the best strike, though. Thank the Lord for that. Right. Think it's time to make some changes here. I'm going to bring on Summers for Antunes. And I think as well, Richard, I'm not going to lie, after missing a chance like that, I think it might be time to take him off. I feel like I give him too much leeway and I never end up taking him off. I'm going to bring on Mercier, try something different. He does have a decent strike in him, the Belgian attacking midfielder, the Belgian Juan Mata. And let's see if he can score a goal here against Juan Mata's former local rivals whilst he was at United. Did score against City in the past, Juan Mata. So let's see if Mercier can do the same. Here he is. Oh, I tell you what, he's played in Esteban Lepal. Surely, Lepal has given us a 2-1 lead here. Just over 15 minutes to go. And we take the lead against the 10 men of Manchester City. Toe Blake celebrates there, but he's also trying to calm things down. Mercier has done really well to play that ball into Esteban Lepal. Timed his run to perfection. And a brilliant finish to top it off as well. Vicario got nowhere near it. And we are about 15 minutes away from sealing our path to the last 16 of the Champions League. But again though, it ain't over till it's over. We can't think the job is done just yet, especially when they still have this fucker on the pitch. Oh, I've just insulted him now, which means he's probably going to score. No, but he'll get the bloody assist! Oh my goodness me! It's like the game can hear me. It's genuinely like the game can hear me. Anytime I say one little thing about a player, it's, oh, let's just have that player either score or set up an assist. It's a good ball by Haaland. Camavinga with the finish. And no sooner than going behind, they bloody equalise straight away, Manchester City. I bloody hate these pricks so much. Oh, have they cost us top 8 here in the league phase? Oh, but we could be scoring again here straight away. Lepal, oh, what a game this is! It's NBA 2K all over again. We go 2-1 up, they go up the other end and make it 2-2, and then we immediately go back up the other end and make it 3-2. Lepal has a hat-trick. 10 minutes to hold on here. Can we do it now? Again, Mercier with the assist. He's been brilliant since coming on. And Lepal, as always, puts the ball in the back of the net. 10 Champions League goals now in 8 appearances. Is that the winner? Let me try a bit of reverse psychology here. I love Erling Haaland. What a great player. He should be given the key to Manchester. Ah, see? He misses a chance then. I'm telling you, this game can hear me. This game can hear me. They get a corner here, which Rodri is going to take. I'm going to look at making a change here. Lenny Yoro is knackered. Actually, all my defenders are bloody knackered. What am I going to do? You know what? Let's bring on Davies just to have some fresh legs going down the flank. And I will bring on Giga as well. Yoro, I find, loses the most energy out of all my defenders. So he's the one I will sacrifice. And we'll get some fresh legs here in the defence as we look to see out this result here. And he'll immediately have to defend this corner. Thought he was going to take it short there for a second. Haaland wins the header. Just hold on to it, Sammy. We are in no rush here. No rush whatsoever. Man City are the ones chasing this game. And depending on other results, they may also be dropping out of the top 8. As Lyon go 2-1 up against Sporting. I actually forgot to show that in the last episode. The other French teams in the Champions League this season, not doing too well. PSG, I think, were actually doing the worst out of all of us. But here's Lepal. Can he get a fourth? Ah, right at the keeper. Right at the keeper. Not the best strike in the world. And it gives them a chance to break here now. We already had one heartbreaking equaliser in the last episode. We don't need another one. What an interception that was. Let's go back to Sami Zayn, who boots it away. It may be a snowy day here in Quebec, but we have not been snowed into the Champions League playoffs. Esteban Lepal's hat-trick here against 10 men Manchester City has sealed our path to the last 16 of the Champions League at the first time of asking. Get in there. Annoyingly, Man City have actually qualified for the last 16 as well. I was really hoping that would have knocked them out of it. But listen, we won't worry about that. We have sealed our path to the last 16. I feel like I've said that about 10 million times. Take a shot every time I say that. Actually, you know what? Let's not promote alcohol poisoning on this channel. Yeah, let's avoid that topic. But anyways, let's focus on the positives. We finished 4th here. I think that is exactly what we deserve. No more than what we deserve, no less than what we deserve. I think fourth is a very fair reflection of how we have done here in the Champions League. Bayer Leverkusen top the table, Liverpool in second place, Arsenal in third, Milan in fifth, Tottenham in sixth. So all the English teams finish in the top 8. Why am I not surprised? Let's have a look who has gone through to the playoffs. Any surprises here? A lot of big teams. Real Madrid finishing very low there. Lyon sneaking in. PSG finishing 20th. They are not having a very good season for their standards, the real-life Champions League finalists. Olympiacos are the final team to qualify there. Barcelona finishing 25th here in the league phase table. Not even getting a playoff game. They will be dropping down. Not dropping down, they're getting knocked out of Europe altogether. I was about to say they're dropping down to the Europa League. That doesn't happen anymore. Celtic not having a great time there, unfortunately. And it's Apoel who end up finishing bottom of the Champions League table. Commiserations to them, but we have knockout Champions League football to look forward to in February. Very, very happy with that. So, we have just received a very interesting offer here from Chelsea. 66.4 million for our Swiss centre midfielder Alvin Sanchez. Now, whilst my career modes don't ever really focus on hyper-realism, I do like things to make sense. I think I've said that in the past before. And listen, Chelsea, one of the top teams in England, one of the biggest clubs in the world, making an offer, and a very good offer, for one of our players. I think it wouldn't be fair if I didn't entertain this. And there's a few days left in the transfer window, so it's not like we wouldn't have time to replace him and maybe invest in another player in another position in the squad as well. So, the chief executive is saying a fair offer should be between 60.5 million and 88.5 million. And you know what? I'm going to negotiate this with Chelsea. I don't really want Sanchez to leave. But with that said, let's just see what happens here. So they've offered 66.5 basically. I am going to go up and ask for... I'm going to ask for 82.5. You know what? I'm not going to go the full... What was it? Was it 88 they said? I'm already after forgetting. Do you know what? Let's go 85 actually. 85 million. I would actually be pretty happy with that. Let's see what Chelsea say to that counter offer. 71 million. Okay. It's not a flat out reject, but it's not an accept either. I'm going to bring it up again. I'm going to ask for 81 million. And see if that is any better for the boys from Stamford Bridge. Yes, it is. 81 million for Alvin Sanchez. Well, this is not something I was expecting to do. I'll actually be quite sad to see him go, but when an offer comes in like that, and if I can just quickly show you here, if we go over to Office, we have 10 million in the budget right now. And as you saw in the summer transfer window, we got shafted when it came to our finances. We got 43 bloody million for qualifying for the Champions League. So if we do have this offer go through, we can reinvest that money into another player in that position, and we might have some money left over to pick up another player for a different position. If I go into the team management here, I think if I had to pick up another player, you know what? As much as I like Antunes, maybe we look at getting another left midfielder, because I do find I end up taking him off an awful lot. I don't know. It's something we might have to wait and see how much money we have left over, because we obviously will need to get another centre midfielder. I'm tripping over my words like a motherfucker today. But I might look at another left midfielder as well. Listen, let's wait and see if that offer goes through, and if it does, we can discuss further after that. We'll focus on that after this game though, which actually could end up being Sanchez's farewell game, and what better way to round off being a Montreal player than getting victory here, our first ever victory over second place PSG. We are 5 points clear of the current champions, who are not playing Donnarumma in goal. Wow! That's a bit of a shock. Have they taken us a bit lightly here after what happened in the last game? Well, Rodrigo's still playing. If anything, I wish he was the one they dropped. I could get over Donnarumma playing. We put 3 past him in the last game. It's bloody Rodrigo I wish wasn't playing. He has been a thorn in my side far too much in this series. But listen, that draw, as disappointing as it was, it did prove that we can go toe-to-toe with PSG, and I do think we can beat them. And you know what? I'm going to say it right now. We will beat them. We are going to beat them here in Quebec, in the Olympic Stadium. It's their first time playing in this stadium. Let's make sure it's one that they remember for all the wrong reasons. Here we go. Top of the table clash against the champions. Let's extend this lead at the top of the league and send the Parisians home with their tail between their legs, as if they're in Ratatouille. Yeah, that was a terrible reference. These jokes and references are getting worse and worse by the episode. But as long as we win, then I don't care. But listen, it's easier said than done. We're only 3 days after a big Champions League game, which is annoying. They moved this game to the Saturday because of the cup draw. Oh, God. Which meant we had less time to recover from the Man City game. Brilliant save there by Sami Zayn. Sanchez gets the ball away from Kvaratskhelia there before he could let fly. I really am struggling to speak at the moment. I'm literally recording this episode right after the last one. The amount of bulk recording... You know what, let me just stop giving out about the bulk recording there and let me just give out about this prick right here. That's not even your celebration. You stole that celebration off a player that you're never going to be as bloody good as, Rodrigo, okay? The only similarity you and Ronaldo have is that both of your surnames begin with R. And Ronaldo's actually not even technically his surname, it's his second name. His last name is Averio. There's an over-explanation if I've ever heard one. I hate Rodrigo with all my heart. I don't even care if that comes back to bite me, because he's already bloody scored against me. He's the one who got the last-minute equaliser. It was basically a carbon copy of the goal he's just scored. Oh, and he's bloody done it here as well. To put PSG 1-0 up. Oh my God. The only thing worse than a bogey team is having a bogey player. And that's what he is. Right. We can't get too frustrated over it after I literally have just had an outburst over it. But I've gotten it out of my system. I got it off my chest. Now we just need to focus on getting back into this game. But I tell you what, lads. Oh, PSG have turned up today. Here's Kvaratskhelia. Sami Zayn with the save. Probably should have put a lot more power behind that than what he did. We lose the ball again here, though. Yeah, this is a much different PSG to what we faced in the reverse fixture. Good save again by Sami Zayn. Oh my God, we are living very dangerously here. But here's Maurice Richard now. What can he do? He's done really well. Richard can't get the shot off though. Siddiqui will win the header. Here's GSP. Hits it on the half volley. But the keeper deals with it. You can feel the tension, lads. You can cut the tension with a knife. It's warm enough in this bloody room at the moment. So the sweat is already out through me, and this game is not helping. Sanchez, who could potentially be playing his final game in a Montreal shirt. Don't want to end it on a whimper. Here's Esteban Lepal. First chance of the game. Oh, and it's a good save by the keeper again. Bloody hell. He's nearly better than Donnarumma at the moment. He is actually doing better than what Donnarumma did in Paris. Here's Antunes now. Now Siddiqui. Maurice Richard. Maurice Rocket Richard. Oh, with a rocket of a strike that he blasts bloody wide. Yet again, I'm going to say it. What the fuck, Richard? Ah, oh, God. I'm telling you, lads. Do not expect to see Maurice Richard at the club next season. He's worth an absolute fortune. He misses so many big chances. It just seems like the obvious thing to do. I have never sold one of the Easter egg players, is what I'm now going to call them. I saw somebody comment that recently, that these are like Easter eggs. It's probably the best way to put it. I've never sold one before. He may be the very first. And it's annoying, because I've modelled him after the top goal scorer in Montreal Canadiens history. And we concede another fucking stupid goal here. João Neves doubles PSG's advantage. They came from 2-0 down when we played them in Paris, and now we need to come from 2-0 down playing them here in Montreal. Absolutely ridiculous. Poor defending there. Sami Zayn could do nothing about that. Ah, and that gap at the top of the table very well may be closed after this is all said and done. That's a good ball though by Maurice Richard. It's Esteban Lepal. Okay, we pull one back straight away. We needed that. Lepal, who wants to break this goal-scoring record. Pulls one back for us here. I tell you what, that is a good ball though by Maurice Richard. I haven't made my final decision on him yet, but I'm leaning towards selling him at the moment. I really am. And I mean, if we can reinvest money from the Alvin Sanchez deal back into the squad, God, but Maurice Richard, it'll be that and then some. Toblick celebrates there on the touchline. 2-1. As I said, they came from 2 goals down to get a point in the last game. Can we come from 2 goals down here against PSG in this reverse fixture? Here's Vlahovic. Good tackle by Kevin Owens. For a second there, I thought they were still going to run on through. Here's GSP. Come on, let's get this equaliser before the half-time break. Here's Lepal. Well done. Good turn. GSP is offside. Oh, I thought he timed the run to perfection. It can't have been very far. Oh my God, his toenail was offside. I mean, he looked level to me. That looked pretty level from where I'm sat. Is there another screw job happening here? Fucking hell. We're having so many of them lately. Could be a bit of match fixing going on here in the French league. They don't like teams doing well outside of Paris, it seems. But anyways, we are down going into the second half, but we are not out yet. Esteban Lepal's goal has handed us a lifeline after Rodrigo has decided he still wants to ruin my life. Right, I haven't made any changes. I have thought about bringing on Mercier for Maurice Richard, but I'm not going to make that change just yet. Are you bloody serious? You've got to be taking the piss here. Oh my God, Rodrigo again straight away. I really wish he was from a French-speaking country. I'd love to just sign him. Not even to have him in my squad, but just so that PSG wouldn't have him in theirs. Good save there again by Sami Zayn. Bloody hell though. It was headed back into a dangerous position. Vlahovic won the header. Must have taken a deflection. It did off Kevin Owens. Really good block there from the Maryville native. Rodrigo whips this ball in. It's headed away. Out to George St. Pierre. Bit of a quiet game from the captain so far, but that's a good ball though to Richard. The Rocket Man is through here. Can he get the finish? Maurice Richard, yes he can! Get in there! He heard what we were saying in the first half. He took it personally, and he's gone and gotten the equaliser here against the reigning champions. Beautiful hit from the man we've modelled off, the top goal scorer in Montreal Canadiens history. He's gotten a brilliant goal here, and he's put us back on level terms. Keeper got nowhere near it. He's fighting for his Montreal career though. Now with that said, I have no doubt if we transfer listed him, we would be getting some massive offers from probably the likes of PSG, Real Madrid, Man City. So I don't think he'd be stuck for a big club to find. But I really want it to work out though. I don't want to get rid of him, but sometimes in life you have to make decisions, and in business you have to make decisions that you don't want to make. But listen, we'll wait and see. We will wait and see. Here's Yusuf now. Half an hour to go. Oh, we've got FC Lorient next in the bloody cup. Another bogey team. But we did beat them last time out. Let's hope we can do it again in the cup. Here's Chatelain. Oh, he was looking for Lepal. Well, I was looking for Lepal. He was looking for Maurice Richard. Ended up losing possession, but we win it back there with Lenny Yoro. And now Siddiqui, GSP. Come on. Oh. Antunes would have been offside. But again, though, it was Lepal I was looking for. No sense of direction here from our team. Varchkelly has all the space to run into, and he finds Dusan Vlahovic, who's offside! He is offside! Thank the Lord for that. Oh my goodness me, we've gotten away with one there. Let's see how close this was as well. Again, it's a toenail that's offside. Oh. That is a warning sign, though. That is a warning sign. We can breathe a huge sigh of relief there. Oh, Lenny Yoro's knackered. He needs to come off. He's going to get absolutely rinsed with that level of energy. I'm going to bring on Summers as well. Will I bring on Mercier? No, I won't. Just going to make those 2 changes for now. We need to freshen things up a little bit. 23 minutes left. PSG coming inches away there from leading this game again. But thankfully, the offside flag has saved us. Here's Lapaul. Oh, he's done well to win it back and then loses it straight away again. It's getting tense here. Getting very, very tense. Neves into Vlahovic. Oh, Rodrigo. Would you not just bloody take him off? Another good save by Sami Zayn. He's been the saviour so many times in this career mode, honestly. He's probably been the best goalkeeper I've actually used all year. Genuinely. First time we've had an Easter egg player be in between the sticks. And he's been absolutely fantastic. Oh my goodness me. Another brilliant save by Sami Zayn. He's got a haluva kick. And I tell you what, he's got a haluva grip as well. Unbelievable save. And now we look to go up the other end here with GSP. Good ball over the top. Esteban Lapaul. Oh my god. He somehow put it wide. That would have been a contender for goal of the season. Oh my goodness me, how has he missed? How in the name of all things holy did he miss that? Well, if that's what costs us the win here, I am going to be absolutely fuming. Ah. And it all started from one of the most amazing saves I'd ever seen from Sami Zayn. It's GSP! It's GSP! It's 3-2 to Club de Foot Montreal against Paris Saint-Germain. Can we hold on to it this time? We conceded a late equaliser at the Parc des Princes. We were 3-2 up in that game as well. We're 3-2 up in this one. GSP with one of the biggest goals of his career, right at the near post, beats the backup goalkeeper. Actually, let me just quickly check something there. Is Donnarumma on the bench for them? Yes, he is. Why are they not playing him? Sorry, just one more thing I want to check there. I know this might be boring for some other people. What's his rating? He's 80 rated. He's not terrible, but still. You know what? Whilst I'm here as well, let's give him his farewell. Let's take off Sanchez. GSP can drop back. Mercier can come on. Could be leaving the pitch here for the final time, Alvin Sanchez. As Blake celebrates there. 7 minutes left though. Can we hold on? This would be a massive win if we were able to get it. Oh, let's see. Sanchez leaves the field. Round of applause for the Swiss midfielder. Mercier comes on. Let's try and hold on to it now. I was really hoping they'd take off Rodrigo, just for shits and giggles. But here's Zaire Emery now. Oh, I've just gotten more nervous now. I'm more nervous at 3-2 than I was at 2-2. Work that one out. Neves. Oh, Rodrigo. He's done me there. He's done me. He's offside again. God, the linesman's had a very busy day today. That's the third offside call of the game. Again, we get lucky. His knee is offside that time. I don't know why I took the free kick so quickly there. I should have taken my time a bit more. 2 minutes left plus stoppage time. How much is the ref going to add on? We'll find out in a second. GSP turns around there, gives it to Kevin Owens. 3 added minutes. 3 minutes of stoppage time. Let's just hold on to it. Get it up this end of the pitch to stop them from going on a break. It's Mercier. It's Lapaul. It's Richard. Maurice Richard. Oh, to wrap it up. It's a good save by the keeper, but it means absolute sweet FA for PSG, and it means a huge 3 points for Club de Foot Montreal. Our first ever victory against the Parisians, and it extends our lead at the top of the table. We came from 2-0 down this time after they did it to us in the last episode. And is that a huge step taken towards the Ligue 1 title? Well, it has gone through. Alvin Sanchez has agreed to join Chelsea here on deadline day. 81 million to go over to Stamford Bridge and play for the Blues. I'm a little bit sad. I thought he was a really, really good player for us. But what a game to bow out, beating PSG for the very first time. Tell you what, that was not what I was expecting to do in this episode. We only get a bloody C for it. Oh my god, I'm not even paying attention to that anymore. I say that all the time. There is not a hope in hell we were getting 97.5 million. Not a bloody hope in hell. That is absolutely ridiculous. My laptop is running out of battery as well. Hold on, give me a second. Sorry about that. But anyways, we were not getting 97.5 million for Alvin Sanchez. Believe you me, we were getting nowhere near that. But 81 million, I'm very, very happy with. Considering what was his market value again? Like 66 million? I think we've done a good bit of business there. I feel like we've been slightly shafted though. We only got like 64 million out of the 81. I thought we'd get at least like 70 odd. Maybe 75. That's really frustrating. But anyways, we do have 75 million in the bank now. Have I mucked this up? I thought we'd have a bit more. Okay, let me have a look at some transfer targets and then we can assess whether we've done a good bit of business here or if I've completely messed this up for seemingly no reason. But Kone is looking very, very tempting there. 83 rated. He's worth about 46.5 million. They're saying we could offer up to 53.5 and get the deal done. Feel like we probably will have to spend a little bit more than that, but still, we do have the financial means to pull that off. Originally, Thuram was the one I was looking at, but he's literally just joined Villarreal, so I'll leave that off. I'm going to go in here for Kone. Let's do it. We already played Borussia Mönchengladbach this season, and we did beat them, so he'll be joining a winning team. Not sure how they're doing in the Bundesliga, but still, he will be joining a team that is competing for a league title and still in the Champions League. I actually can't remember if Mönchengladbach got knocked out or not, but whatever. We won't focus on that. I'm going to offer 55 million. I think that's a pretty fair offer to kick off proceedings. I swear to God, if they walk out on me, I'm going to be very, very angry. But let's see, 55 million for Kone. Is that something they are willing to negotiate? They want Siddiqui plus 17 million. We've just lost one of our centre midfielders. I'm not getting rid of another one. But what I will give you is 56.5 million. How about that, Mönchengladbach? Will you be willing to accept that? Yes, they will. Right, let's go and negotiate his contract and bring in Kone to CF Montreal. The games begin. He has arrived with his agent. I have messed this up before, so I'm just trying to calm and compose myself before we get into proceedings here. Okay, he has requested his squad role, which is crucial. I think that's more than acceptable, no problem at all. At 83 rated, he will be the highest rated centre midfielder. He's asked for a 4-year deal. I'm just going to go 5 years because why not? I'm sure he'll be okay with that. Yes, he is. No release clause. Let's ignore that. And he would like us to negotiate the salary. So he's currently on 46,500 at Borussia Mönchengladbach. I'll up the wage to $64,000 a week. And we'll give him a nice little signing bonus, not of 9 million, but I'll go 400k. And you know what? If you can get 5 goals, you get an extra 150. Let's see if those little additional fees will sweeten the deal here to bring Kone to Club de Foot Montreal. Yes, it has. He's accepted that with no objections. Love when a plan comes together. We say goodbye to Alvin Sanchez, but we welcome in Kone. Very, very happy with that addition to the squad. And here he is arriving at the training facility. Meets the assistant coach there. There's JJ shaking hands with our new signing. And look, oh, here's Toe Blake. Yeah, listen, I'm very happy to sign you, but I'm just playing Angry Birds on my phone there. I'll be with you in just a second, honestly. I just think it's so funny the manager cannot spend more than 5 seconds with his new signing that we spent a pretty penny on. He will not be wearing the number 13 jersey. I'm very superstitious about that. But one thing he will be wearing is the badge of Montreal on his chest. 56.5 million to get him from Borussia Mönchengladbach. Very, very happy with that deal. He slots right into the starting 11 as well. One rating higher than Sanchez as well, so it is a bit of an improvement on what we already had. I'm sure him and Siddiqui are going to have a great partnership there in the middle of the pitch. I didn't actually hand Kone his debut in this cup game against FC Lorient. I said I'd save it for the league, but we did actually go with a fairly strong team. They are my bogey team after all, so I didn't want to rotate too much. Esteban Lepal stayed in the starting 11 and got his first cup goal of the season to open up the goal scoring for us here. In the second half, it was 2 penalty kicks. Our captain, George St. Pierre, dispatches the first one here. Keeper had no chance really, didn't even move, and it doubled our advantage here against FC Lorient. And then something I'd forgotten about is that Sami Zayn is actually somebody who I gave quite decent penalties. So I thought, you know what, let's let him take the next one. And he dispatched a bit as well. His first goal of the season. And I tell you what, lads, it may not be his last, because that was quite a good penalty. And we advance on through to the next round of the Coupe de France. Of the episode, let's have a look at how things are looking in each competition. We are top of the league, 8 points clear of PSG, who we finally have beaten, and they have not beaten us this season as well, but they still could play us in the cup, so we're not quite home and hosed yet when it comes to an unbeaten season against PSG, but still, unbeaten against them in the league is something I will gladly accept. Then in the Coupe de France, if we go in here, it's FC Metz we'll be playing in the quarterfinals, so not only a potential double still on the cards, but of course a potential treble. Now let's not get too carried away. Listen, we definitely are underdogs in the Champions League. A 4th place finish here in the league phase, and in the playoff round, still some big teams left there, as you can see. Bayern Munich, Atletico Madrid, Monaco, Villarreal, who beat us, PSG and Real Madrid in the playoff round of the Champions League. That's absolutely crazy. So still a lot of big teams left in the competition, so don't want to get too ahead of myself just yet. But I will in the league, because we are in a fantastic position. But lads, that will do it for this episode of the CF Montreal Career Mode. If you did enjoy it, please do hit that like button. Consider subscribing to the channel as well. We are getting closer and closer to 600 subscribers. Would love to hit that landmark before FC26 comes out. Have a great weekend. Au revoir and take care.